Hello, hello, friends. Welcome in, welcome in. Really quickly, this is going to be a limited live stream. We're not doing free reads tonight. We are just going to keep donations open, which means that if you donate, you will be able to get your reading done pretty quickly because you're not having to wait until, the 15 minutes is up. So there's that. Hey, Paula, welcome in. How are you? Hey, Daisha, welcome in. How are you tonight? Paula, I just got your donation, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me know what we're doing for you. I also wanted to give you the heads up that my prices have changed a little bit, I think, since the last time you were in here. So just keep that in mind if you want to double check the price list, just in case. So Paula, for the amount that you donated, I can do a mini reading for you if you like, or if you want to do a $3 difference donation, then I can answer that in depth for you. It's up to you. All right, so it looks like you want to do an in-depth reading. That works for me. We'll go ahead and get shuffled now for you, okay? Me too. Interesting. All right. So Paula, it kind of seems like you guys are on two ends of a spectrum. Like it almost seems like you are feeling one way and they're feeling completely different. I'm seeing words like expose and disclose. So I feel like there is a desire to bring some type of clarity to light within your connection. And I'm seeing also cycles. cycles. So like maybe being stuck in a cycle, but the word structure here indicates to me that there's a desire for a more stable relationship, wanting to build something with more of a foundation. Hey, James, thank you so much. I'll add you to the list. You should be next after Paolo, okay? Let's see. I am seeing soulmate here. So I think that there's some type of like unexplainable connection that you guys have. I'm not necessarily pulling karmic per se. I just think this is a soulmate, and a lot of times soulmates come into our life to serve a purpose, and once that purpose is served, then they move on. We can have multiple soulmates throughout our life. They can be platonic, or they can be family, or they can be an actual like romantic partner. Some last your lifetime, and then sometimes they don't. But I feel like there's a greater purpose here for you and Tyler. It does almost feel like to teach each other some type of purpose or lesson with one another. It seems like one of you is feeling like, I don't know. I'm almost getting the sense that one of you isn't 100% what is the word? Like, I feel like someone is feeling underwhelmed here. Like you're wishing that something more could happen, or you feel like they're falling short. Like, does he feel like he's falling short to you? Like, do you feel like there's more that you want out of him that you're not getting? Like, that's kind of what it feels like to me. You want something casual. That's what you told him. Okay, so maybe then he's wanting more then. Because like I said at the beginning of this reading, it feels like someone feels one way and the other person feels the complete opposite. So if you're wanting a casual connection, then that is telling me that he doesn't want that. He wants something more with you. Because somewhere along the lines it feels like you, like if you want a just a beneficial relationship where it's just like you said, no strings attached, it's feeling like, because you guys are on the opposite sides, because I'm seeing underwhelm and overwhelm. Someone is feeling underwhelmed, someone is feeling overwhelmed. So I feel like it's him that feels underwhelmed, saying I want more from this, and you're feeling overwhelmed, saying I don't want more than this. I'm content with how things are. And I feel like for him, something is falling short. Like he is wanting more from this than what he's getting from you. So I feel like this is interesting. And remember I mentioned like expose or disclose, like there's some kind of clarity that needs to be brought to light. Is maybe he's building the confidence or the momentum to actually come to you and be more direct with you or more honest with you about how he's feeling. Because if you're the one pumping the brakes, I think he is wanting more from you. Like, I feel like he's looking at you as, because I have the word divine soulmate here. So, we can look at this very like objectively. A soulmate, like I said, is like someone who's here to serve a purpose and may not last a lifetime, but I feel, is looking at it differently. I feel like there's some aspect of him looking at you more romantically than maybe you're looking at him. And so for what will happen, I think you can expect him to come to you to tell you what's really going on deep down, what he really wants from you, and really try to define the relationship. I think he's going to tell you that he wants something more with you. At that point, you will have to determine if that's something that you want. But I think he's going to tell you that just casual is not enough for him. That's what it feels like. And I think he's contemplating having that conversation with you in the near future. So Paula, before I move on to the next person, because this is a limited live stream, I just want to make sure that you don't plan on donating anything else or getting another reading before I move on. Just because I don't have the option to pay to skip, and my list will close in about 20 minutes. I didn't want you to have to wait if you still plan on donating. And if not, then I'm going to move on to James because he's next on the list. Makes complete sense, 100% the way he's been acting. Are you open to that? Are you open to something more with him? Is that something you would have to think about? All right, Paula. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. It looks like I satisfied your reading in full. Okay, Shika, that sounds good. I'll let you know when I get your donation. Oh, you're welcome, Paula. Absolutely. Okay, so this is someone new. Got you. Well, I hope if you're interested, you just let him know that you're open to, developing something more, but you just want to take it slow for now. That's also acceptable, and hopefully he respects that. James, let's do love option 2 to kick this thing off. You're welcome, Paula. I hope you have a great rest of your night. It was good seeing you. Is there a song called like Favorite Escape or something? Does that sound familiar to you?
Yeah, I think that's Boys Like Girls.
Um
Or no, that's Great Escape.
Oh, Great Escape?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, well for some reason that's Explosive Ear Candy.
What?
Hold please. All right, so hey Shika, I got your donation. Thank you. So James, for some reason, like 2 songs were coming through. So there's a song called My Sweet Escape or The Sweet Escape by Gwen Stefani. And then there's also The Great Escape by Boys Like Girls. And I want you to know that I'm assuming it's The Great Escape because just the genre of music makes more sense, I feel. But for whatever reason, I'm seeing like Favorite Escape, and it was reminding me of those songs. And I feel like for her coming through saying, like, you are my favorite escape. You are a fun way to like forget reality while still being a part of reality. This could also be her saying that you are her favorite. Do either of you have accents? There could be something, or it could just be like her voice resonates with you in like a very comforting, soothing way, or she finds your voice very comforting or soothing. I remember when I first met my husband, his voice felt very familiar to me, and it felt like I had heard it before, like I knew it before, and he has a different kind of accent. I never grew up where he grew up. He says certain expressions I've never heard before, and so I knew it wasn't just because we grew up in the same state. I think just like it's like the way his voice sounded was very familiar to me. You both have Long Island accents. That's so crazy. It's funny to me because it says accent short and you're from Long Island, not Short Island, but it's just kind of funny that that word is there. You had a good conversation. I did not realize you guys both have accents. Um, so yeah, I feel like there's just like some comfort that she's getting in your voice, or like it's resonating for her in that way. And also, I have the phrase "admit wrong." So, we're coming into a time in this relationship where we are feeling more comfortable acknowledging and holding ourselves accountable, and yeah, like holding ourselves accountable and acknowledging when maybe we're not doing the right thing or saying the right thing. Yeah, you're her escape from the chaos. She says favorite escape. Star friends. Wow. Okay. So I have star friends here. This is so funny because sometimes when I want to pick up extra details from readings, I'll pull paper messages, and I have probably 200 messages in here. Okay. This is the second time those two words have come out together, star friends. It happened in someone else's reading. And so I feel like this is important. A lot of times people call them like soul ties, or written in the stars or something along those lines. Maybe it was you where I got star friends before. Maybe it was you that I got that specific phrase. But I think, how crazy is it that I shuffle these paper messages and there's like over 200, and like those two have come out recently together more than once. But this just kind of feels like it's like, we are united by the stars. We've been here together before, through time and space and all of that stuff. And I could go on by like a whole explanation of that, but you know how like the stars that we're seeing right now from Earth don't exist anymore. They're burnt out. So we're basically, every time we look at the sky, we're looking at past lives. We're looking at things that don't exist anymore. So essentially, we're looking back in time every time we look at the sky. And I think that's really cool. And so yeah, with the star friend, it's kind of like saying like we go way back. Like we have lived together before. We have lived lifetimes before. And star friends, galactic connection. Yeah, you have to like take it however it resonates for you. But I just find it so interesting that I'm getting that. Um, but yeah, I feel like her intentions are to say, like, I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I'm going to be responsible for my actions now. I'm gonna be more careful about how I approach things. And I'm going to, I feel like she kind of was, stuck in her own ways, stuck in a certain mentality. But I think now she's saying, I want to be better than that. I want to show more of myself, to you, James. And I feel like too, the overall energy being the Seven of Pentacles is like, it's almost like green light or thumbs up saying, you can bet I'm going to continue this connection with you. You can bet I'm going to keep communicating with you, keep seeing you, keep hanging out with you. I'm interested in this and I want to keep investing my time and energy into this as well. And I feel like she's showing that to you too with the Eight of Wands, in the position of what is she giving to this connection, because the Eight of Wands is conversation. It's phone calls, it's text messages, it's seeing one another, it's conversation going back and forth, keeping you updated, letting you know what's going on in her life. Like, I feel like you're getting that energy. And not only that, but the Eight of Wands talks about like momentum or forward movement, shifts, things not feeling stuck. And so that looks really good. Thoughts and feelings. Thoughts and feelings. What am I seeing here? Ooh, okay. This is an interesting message, James. I think you've got Patty in a place where she's gonna start to feel a little bit jealous. She's feeling a little territorial, I think. Which is interesting because I don't really see that in her that often. But I think she's gonna start feeling a little territorial over you, a little protective of this connection. So I don't think she's gonna take too kindly seeing you talk to other people. FYI, keep an eye on her. Keep an eye on her. If you interact with another woman who seems to be, putting on the charisma, the charm, pay attention to her reaction if she's there to witness it. Because I think you guys are getting to a point where she's starting to feel like, no, that's my man. That's my man. And she's not willing to show it, but I think you're getting her, those feelings are starting to come up, as like she's feeling very protective of the connection. Hey, Zoo fan, how are you? she is. I told her how I began talking to a friend of hers, and she got super jealous about it, even though I told her it's a friendship. Yes. Okay. Because I was like, I haven't seen jealousy come. I don't think that there's been. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong if you remember, but I don't think I've ever done a reading where I'm noticing jealousy. So that's interesting. All right, so next question. Also, if Sheikah, since you donated, if you're still in here right now, if you want to go ahead and post your question, feel free to do that. And I will be with you as soon as I can. You're going to be next after James. And then Zufan, I have you after Sheikah. Let me actually post the list really quickly. Yeah, I don't know if it's coming through actually, or if it has come through before in a reading, and I'm picking that up all of a sudden, so there you go. All right, Sheikah, I have your question. I'll be with you as soon as I can. I mentioned wanting Botox and lip filler. Well, I don't want her to get it because I think she's beautiful. I understand where she's coming from. How would she react if I paid for her? My job offers the services. Okay. So initially, I think she'd be fine with it. I think she'd be like, oh, hell yeah. Okay, that sounds good to me. But I think more than anything, it's just because she likes the idea of feeling supported in this decision. Of course, she doesn't need any of it. I'm sure you look at her and say she's beautiful no matter what. And, I used to be really judgmental too, when I was younger. But, I was young. I was youthful. My skin had buoyancy. It had all of its youthful plumpness and collagen and all of that stuff. And my skin was smooth. There was no imperfections. And I'm sitting here going like, man, if you don't just feel naturally beautiful, then like there's something wrong with you. You don't need to da 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 da. And I used to be really judgmental, and not in like a everyone's beautiful kind of way, but kind of like judgy, if you do that kind of stuff. And the older I get, the more I'm like, you know what? Whatever makes someone feel good about themselves, like do it, I do think that there could be a dysmorphia that happens, which you got to be careful about. But if it's going to make you feel better, if it's going to make you feel good and make you feel confident, hell yeah, do it. I mean, so long as it's low risk. I think BBLs are probably way more dangerous than people talk about and things like that. And I think if you're putting your health at risk, it's a little worrisome. But a little filler, I think that's totally fine. But I think I'm gonna pull some cards, but I think she'd actually really enjoy it for you to pay for her, because I think she would feel supported in that decision. Now, I think she'll be resistant. Keep in mind, I think she will be resistant in the beginning, okay? I think she'll put up a little bit of resistance. She might be like, oh no, like I don't want you to do that. Like you don't have to do it. Da 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 da. No, it's fine. I can take care of myself, kind of thing. But I think deep down inside, it's going to mean something to her that you would offer to support her in this way. So, if you're like, I don't think you need it, but I understand that this is important to you and I want you to feel supported and I actually want to gift you this service, I think she would take very kindly to that, actually. Let's see. But yeah, I am feeling you said I don't like the lip filler, I like them how they are. Well, I told her when she shaved her head, I still think she's beautiful, but she brought it up. It's for her, so I was like, okay, I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, don't expect no pushback in the beginning. I would be really pleased if I'm wrong about this, and I would be very pleased if like she just accepted the generosity. But again, she's used to the independence. Okay, we got to keep that in mind. That is who she is. Now, if you were like, oh, well, what if I paid for part of it, you know, would you be okay with that? I definitely think this should be her decision. But even if she pays for it herself, even if she doesn't let you do it, I think she still would, deep down, I think this would mean something to her. I think you offering to do something, even though you don't personally agree with it, you know that you supporting her in this way, even if it seems insignificant, like lip filler, I still think she's gonna be like, oh, that was so nice of him to offer it. Like, I'm gonna take care of it, but that was just so nice of him. So I think she will like it. I really, really do. And I don't want you to, even if she reacts somehow against it, I want you to know that deep down she feels supported. Because I'm getting a lot of cards here, like 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, the Tower, 9 of Wands. These definitely don't look good. And on like the surface, if like another reader was reading this, I feel like they'd be like, oh no, definitely don't offer this because these cards aren't good. But I feel like it's more just a defense mechanism, that she's independent and she can pay for it herself. And so, but I think deep down, I think she's going to appreciate it. And I think over time, with that consistency of feeling supported by you, she's going to let down her walls and not feel so defensive. So I think it's all about the approach, as always. I think it's about the approach. It's about like, I think you're beautiful without it, but I understand and I want to support you. How would you feel if I gift you this thing? Or even if you go and just do it, like even if you go and get her like a gift certificate because it's where you work. You said your job offers those services, and just be like, well, actually, here's a question for you, James, just as like a thought. Would you have to, number one, does your job do gift cards? And number two, if you were to gift card her, would it have to be specifically for that service? Or could it just be towards the company in general? Because if it can just be a blanketed gift card, you could say, put this towards your lip filler, or if you wanted to pay for that for yourself, get another treatment, do something else that would be fun to you. I just wanted to spoil you a little bit. There's also that. It can be more of an indirect. Yeah, so I mean, I think doing it that way and saying like, I know that getting a lip filler is something really like you're looking forward to doing, and I wanted you to feel supported. But put this gift towards whatever, I think that also would be nice. But yeah, I think it's a good call. I think it's sweet, and I think she will like the thought behind it. Even if she's proud, even if she has a lot of pride and a lot of independence, I think it will be a nice move that will just continue to break down her walls a little bit. I think she'll be happy. And that was a long-winded way to say, go for it. But what is your last question? And I meant to respond to your comment. You said we spoke on the phone last night for over an hour and had a good conversation, and that makes me happy. You're putting her into her feminine. You're like, damn it, you're gonna be feminine. You're not gonna have to worry about being in your masculine energy if you don't want to be. I'm gonna like soften that up. Like, I love it. so many women like grow up thinking, oh, you have to be masculine, you have to be independent, you have to pay for your own shit. And like, I respect that so much, but we're not on this earth to have to worry about providing. That is not, I'm sorry, and this could be a hot take, but women are not on this earth to have to worry about providing. That is not our natural position. We are here to take what you give us and make it better. To take what you take, give us the ingredients, we make a meal. Give us your sperm and we make you a baby. Like, we're here to multiply. We're here to turn something into what you give us into something better. We grow, we're nurturers, we're givers, we're creative, we're inspiration. We are the portal between the spiritual world and the living. And I don't think we should have to worry about where are we going to get our next meal from? Like, how are we going to pay for these bills? I don't think that's what we're here for. And I'm sorry if that's a hot take, but I just don't think that we're going to utilize like our most divine form properly if we're worried about these other things. There's so much better stuff that our essence can go towards, our divine energy can go towards, if we don't have to worry about those things. And I respect a woman who can be independent, you know? I respect it because I've had to do it, you know, for a long time. And I still kind of am in my masculine. I think I always will a little bit just because of my numerology when it comes to like my date of birth and my life path and all that. But I don't know. I just think that we're here for better things than worrying about things like that. She's been this independent masculine role for too long, so I'm trying to do all these things to make her embrace her divine feminine. That's where her power is and where she can more develop her psychic gifts. I would agree. Exactly. I agree. And I love that. I love that, James, because like you probably feel so much more in your masculine when you're able to take care of business and you're able to say, hey, like, let me give this to you. You shouldn't have to worry about these things or think about these things, you know, just, and I think too, as a collective, women are kind of realizing that. I've noticed so many more shorts and reels and TikToks, and they're all like, in my soft feminine era. And I'm like, good for you. Like, good for you. This is how it always should have been. James, did you have, I might have missed it. Hold on, let me scroll back. Didn't you donate for an extra mini reading? Okay, there you go. How will things go next time we see each other? Oh, James, remember how we were talking the other night about like how the number 11 is like big for me and my husband, and how like our anniversaries both equal the number 11, and my husband's born on the 11 and all that stuff, and like 111 or 1111 or 11 or whatever. I forgot to mention that I'm also a 1. So I'm a day 1 on June 1, and he's 11, August 11. And so like 1s and 11s, I forgot to even tell you like that synchronicity as well is that we're both born on a 1 day, which was also, I'm like, this is craziness. It's like everywhere I turn around, I'm realizing. And I'm a 7 path and he's an 8 path. So we're like one step next to each other in that way too. All right, how will things go next time they see each other? No, she wants her nails done too. I'm trying to figure out how to pay for that. You're a 1 and she's an 11. As far as life path goes. Wait, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. We're 111 as well. That's right. That's right. That's so crazy. Oh, she wants her nails done. You're trying to figure out how to pay for it. That's so sweet of you. Hey, Stacy, that's fine. Go for it. Same here. And our day numbers together equal 3. We've got a lot of similarities, parallels. Okay, this is interesting because as I was pulling cards, I was like, you know, this looks good. This looks good as far as the next time you guys are going to see each other. I'm like, where's the passion? Like, where's the affection? Where's the emotion? And the very last card that I pulled, we have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like things could heat up a little bit. Stacy, yes, that's okay. You can do that. That's fine. Go ahead. Go ahead and do that. So I see things kind of heating up a little bit, James, the next time you guys see one another. Considering I didn't know this until last night, you guys will have like a muscle memory that I never realized as far as like being affectionate with one another. So I'm seeing like a little bit of heat, a little bit of passion. What are that things like passion, more passion? I don't know why that just popped in my head. But of course, I'm seeing communication. I'm seeing mental stimulation. I feel like having conversations between the two of you is like when you see the intelligence in her, when she sees the intelligence in you, it's like a turn on. Like you guys are so much more attracted to each other when you realize like, oh my God, she is so freaking smart. Yeah, I should have worded like that, more romantic. But I see you guys like just communication, curiosity. Page of Swords is here, like interest. I want to know more. I want to discover more about you and who you are, not who I've known you to be, but who are you now? What do you want? Like just communicating. You guys get so invested in just hearing each other talk. It's like that's how your attraction builds for one another, is like feeling that wall getting more and more let down, or like that wall like being, I don't know, getting more and more narrow. You know what I mean? Like you starts to feel like you're closing in on something really special when you guys get to know each other through conversation and spend time with one another. Really like seeing 3 of Cups here because this means that the next time you guys hang out is fun. You guys are having fun together. Maybe doing something recreational. I don't know if you guys are drinkers or smokers or anything like that, but if you are, potentially involving these things in your next hangout is something that's there. And we also have 2 of Swords. So in this specific picture, it kind of seems like anything can happen. Like, you might suggest something and she's like, sure, why not? Let's give it a try. Or like she might go, hey, I know this sounds kind of crazy, but like, would you want to do this with me? I feel like it's like you guys are kind of both up for anything. And specifically in this 2 of Cups, this person is playing darts. So maybe like there could be a bar scene or something like that potentially. I'm just kind of going over some things that I'm seeing here. And the other thing is that they're throwing darts blindfolded. So that's why I kind of feel like it's like a up for anything kind of vibe. Like, I think you're having fun and you're kind of just here for whatever. As long as we're together, I'm going to have a good time. Maybe even something creative too. Maybe something like a paint and sip, or something crafty, something where you make something, or you go do something like a hobby, something that someone would typically do on a regular basis. Maybe you go and take a cooking class. I don't know, but there's some element here that feels creative, and it feels like it's up for anything. As long as we're together, I'm gonna have a good time. Very fun, social, kind of flirty, and conversational. So those are like the main keywords that I'm picking up. And like inquisitive, curious. You said that really does what attracts me. She's very intelligent. I knew it. I could sense that for sure. All right, this is for Shika. Shika donated for a mini reading. Shika, thank you so much for your donation. James, thank you so much for your donation tonight. Shika says, what's going on around me? So much bad luck with my car. Oh no. Girl, that's actually happening to my husband. I'm not going to speak that into existence. I'm not going to say bad luck, but random things like this are happening to us as well. Let's see. Well, number one, it says, wait, when's retrograde? That's actually making me think. Ooh, retrograde is coming up. We could be feeling the pre-shock of the retrograde, because that starts in, I think, a week and a half-ish. So yeah, we could be feeling some pre-shocks when Mercury retrograde comes through. It is, we start to have trouble with communication, with travel, with vehicles, with electronics, like your whole community. Oh, it started 2 months ago then. Okay, that can't be it. I feel like so much stuff been happening to me. Like my ex plotting, my mom, everybody's plotting. Okay, let's take a look here. What's going on around her? What's going on around Shika? Well, the first thing I'm seeing, Shika, or I guess the message I'm hearing, I should say, is pay attention to how you word things, because the more energy we give to something, the more energy it can take on, because everything is energy. You know what I'm saying? So I think even though you're noticing things, even though you're aware that these things are happening all at the same time, we don't want to word it like bad luck. We don't want to say that. We want to say, how is this why is this happening for me, not why is it happening to me. I want to be very careful because energy is the currency of our world, and the more power we give to something by speaking these things out loud, the more we are going to start seeing it have more power over us, and we definitely don't want to do that if it's something negative. You said your children's school doing them dirty. You feel somebody's trying to stop you. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm getting the Empress. I'm also getting the Four of Wands. So I feel like the message here from Spirit is that things really start to fall apart. Like you could be going through a tower moment, and things start to fall apart for us when there's something that we want to achieve, and the things that we have in our life at that time are not in alignment with those future goals. So, for example, if you say to yourself in a year, I really want to live in a new house, okay, and the universe says, okay, what do you need to do to live in that house? You need to make more money. You need to put more money aside so you can save. You might find all of a sudden you lose a job. And that sucks. But that's because the universe is trying to align you with that future that you want. And in order for you to get that house or move into that house, you can't keep working at that job because that's never going to get you to where you want to be. So the universe will come in and say, hey, I'm going to get you fired so that way you can get a different job that pays you more money. So when things start to fall away from us, when things start to become harder, when things start to become definitely like more complicated for us, it could be because your reality is trying to shake you out of this current existence on this current plane and try to move you into what it is you're wanting. So a lot of times when things are changing in our lives, we're losing friendships, we're losing jobs, things are becoming harder, our kids are having trouble at school. It's because we're being pushed to a point where we need to start making changes. And if we're not going to make those changes, the universe is going to come in and say, I'm going to do it for you. And from us on ground level, it can view as like our life is so complicated. Things can't get harder. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so here's the thing is that you're starting to level up. You're starting to vibrate higher. And these people that aren't going to get you to where you're going, they're at a different frequency than you. You guys are no longer getting along. It's like a signal. Like imagine a walkie-talkie, okay? All of these things that are complicated for you are on channel 4. Okay, and you're on channel 6 now. So you're trying to communicate with people on channel 4, but you can't because you guys are no longer on the same channel. And so before you could communicate with them just fine, but now you're leveling up, you're working towards a different thing, and you can no longer communicate with them, and they're starting to fall away because they're not going to be the vehicle that gets you to where you want to be, and they're not going to help contribute to get you to where you want to be. So if they're not benefiting you in this new life and they're not aligning with this new life that you have for yourself, then the universe is going to say, well, we're going to make things harder. And I really am sorry that this stuff has been going on with you, and it just seems like it's been going on for so long, and I'm sure you feel at a loss, and I do empathize with you on that. And I'm sorry that you're having trouble, with your children's school, and that it just seems to be something that is just like, when is it gonna give, like these things just keep happening and they won't stop. And you feel like things, maybe like the whole world is against you at some point. And I think you have to kind of put things into perspective, but no, this is not happening to you. This is not to make your life more complicated. This is to shake you out of the current reality because you're going places, you you're growing. The Empress is growth. The Empress is usually depicted by a woman who is pregnant and she's growing another life, and you are growing another life. Okay, you are growing into something more, and it's growing pains, to say it metaphorically, because you are growing and things are changing for you and you're working towards a different life for yourself. You are going to have these growing pains. It's going to get uncomfortable. It's going to get complicated. But we need to think to ourselves, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you, and it may be a little bit easier. Try to find like the positive if you can. You said other people are jealous. I get things so fast. It's like somebody's trying to hex me and make me lose them just as fast, and me constantly. So you feel like someone's out to get you. Called Child Protective Services on me every time they come. It's a false statement. They know I live good and I love my children. Can you see if it's anybody that could be doing this? Yeah, let me see. I think too, if you feel like you're being spiritually or psychically attacked, I think that you need to do a cleansing. James, I don't know if you're still in here or not, or if you are, what your thoughts are on this. But is this something, if you are here, is this feeling of being like psychically or spiritually attacked, is that something that can be like helped with Reiki? Like, is that something, or is the Reiki more like your own body, not other situations that are happening to you? Like, I'm curious if you're still in here, if you can answer that question. But I feel like you almost need like a cleansing. You can do like cleansing and spiritual baths by like sound. Reiki can help that. Okay. So Shika, if you feel like you're being psychically or spiritually attacked, James, he's a Reiki master, and he's saying by going and getting Reiki done, that may be something that can kind of help clear that off of you, and also might put your mind more at ease and at peace. So, Shika, they're not saying that it's anyone in particular, okay? But they are saying that there is collective, I guess, dirt on you, if that makes sense. You could have made someone mad and angry, and that kind of stuck to you, and then you might have accidentally cut someone off on the road, and then they got mad at you and sent you negative energy, and that stuck to you. And you know, like, I'm kind of getting like it's just a little bit from everywhere. I don't think that there's someone specifically out here intentionally trying to fuck with you, you know. But at the same time, I think it's important that you look within yourself. And if you keep getting this message about someone in particular, I think you need to trust your intuition over that. You said, my car shut down on the road and they couldn't find anything wrong. It started up just fine 3 days later. Girl, that's happened to my husband twice in the last 2 weeks, and it happened yesterday most recently. His car just would not start. He refused to start, and we thought it was the battery, and we went to Advanced Auto Parts, and they I don't know. I'm starting to wonder. They said his battery was fine. I'm starting to wonder sometimes if it's like divine intervention, you know, like if your car's not starting because they don't want you on the road at a particular time. And that's kind of like why I'm saying, like, don't think of things happening to you, think of things happening for you, because maybe that was like a guardian angel coming in and stopping you from getting on the road. You know, maybe avoiding an accident at that time, making your life more complicated, but maybe because something worse was like in your view. Yeah, no, it's not his battery. He went to Advanced Auto Parts like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, and they said his battery was perfectly fine. And every single day he's been driving it. He does Instacart right now, and he drives his car 8 hours a day. And he went a week and a half, 2 weeks without any issues. And then yesterday he calls me and was like, my car is not starting again. But yeah, that happened to him. Yeah, Shika, I think, well, James, I don't know if you said Reiki can help with that. The healing from Reiki is unique to whoever the recipient is. That's awesome. So James, are you taking on new clients? Is this something you'd be interested in doing? Because she said that she wanted a way to contact you if you're taking on new clients. But I think that where you can start is getting some cleansing done. I think that's probably the best thing that's going to bring you peace, because I think for you too many things are happening to you, and it's starting to put you on like the level of, and I'm saying this in the most like loving way, but I think it's putting you on a level of feeling paranoid, and we don't want that. We want you to feel at peace. Shika, that's crazy, girl. I'm actually interested to hear what your thoughts are on this. I'm crazy. I'm interested to see like what you're thinking. Shika, do you do like witchcraft? Like, do you do things like that? Like where you return to sender and all of that stuff? You said you don't feel paranoid because they stalk your home. Oh my gosh. Well, Shika, I think first step for you to clear your energy and to clear any like stagnant, stuck, because what do they call it? Spiritual hygiene is a big thing. And so if there's any lingering things on you, it's really good probably to get Reiki. I would say that's the first step. I think that's important. And I think finding someone you can trust to do that would be great. And I would trust James. So that's my recommendation, at least to get things started, to see if maybe you're starting to notice a little bit more, I guess, clearing in these negative things that you feel are around you. James, I might need to go to you too. No, but I would protect myself. Right. My community is full of bad witches. Oh my gosh, not good ones. Everybody loves to do magic here. Yeah, you guys definitely talk that through. Maybe Instagram might be the best way for you guys to communicate, so you don't have to give out personal information right off the bat. All right, this is for Zufan. Yeah, I think I'm going to consider it, Chica. I mean, it can't hurt, right? James, are you comfortable if I put your Instagram in the chat, or what is your feeling about that? Here, I'm gonna share it, and then James, if you're okay, there you go. There you go. It's there. You can send him a message, Sheikah, so he can work on that for you. I'm really interested to see your experience, Sheikah. Let me know if you end up getting work done with James. Let me know how it goes for you. You're welcome. All right, Sufan, was M Intentions good when he met me? No contact for 2 months. I cut contact with him because he was putting other things priority. It was heartbreaking. Oh, Sufan, I'm so sorry about that. Was M Intentions good when he met her? Was M Intentions good when he met her? You're welcome. So Zufan, I am getting that his intentions were good when he met you. He's coming in with like patience and not feeling like he wants to put pressure on you or rush into things. He doesn't want to suffocate you or make you feel uncomfortable. I do see here that there could have been some physical desire with you, but overall it feels like the intentions were pretty good. It doesn't look like anything bad. So let me see what could have possibly changed here for them or for him. What changed? I'm seeing distractions. Oh, we have distractions. You're welcome, Sheikah. I wish you luck there, and I hope that this recommendation actually works for you. I'm sorry you've been going through everything you've been going through, but I still stand by things falling away from you as it's not a bad thing. You think you put pressure on him. Okay, because I was going to say he's not coming through feeling pressure, okay? Feeling like he wants to put pressure on you. That's what I'm saying. He feels like he wants, because he's here as the Hierophant. I'm getting like Temperance vibes. Like he's coming through saying we had, a good amount in common, and I don't want her to feel pressure. I don't want her to feel suffocated. I want to just kind of take things as they go. I think that he had good intentions, honestly. But I do see here, Zufan, I asked why things kind of stopped, and I have distractions, and then I see an Empress here, meaning that there is another woman that I guess he redirected his attention to, or he decided that this wasn't what he wanted, and he decided that he wanted to redirect his attention somewhere else. But it feels like maybe he thought that you guys wanted different things, and he decided to kind of refocus or readjust his attention somewhere else. I'm wondering if he found someone that he felt more compatible with. Oh my god, that is so loud. Sorry, guys. My husband over here being so loud. he kept telling you work was busy. So yes, I have the Eight of Pentacles here, and I was going to say he might have distracted himself from work. That was going to be something that I said, because Eight of Pentacles is the work card, right? But the very next card after that was the Empress. And so I was like, he might have been saying he was busy with work, but I think because I have the Empress and the Eight of Cups now, or sorry, Ace of Cups and the Empress, something tells me he met someone else. He was going to visit his family back home and needed to get money. I don't know. I don't know if I buy that, Sufyan. I think that you guys just wanted different things, and I think that he might be using the distraction of work as a front for what's really going on. I think that something else caught his attention. Maybe he felt like there was more compatibility elsewhere. I'm not saying he wasn't busy with work, but I think that might have been a half truth. I think that he wasn't being fully upfront and honest with you about that. And it seems like he's moving on. Six of Swords, I asked what the outcome is here, and he's saying he's moving forward. Maybe it just wasn't easy. Maybe he was looking for something that felt more effortless, and maybe with you things felt more complicated than what he was looking for. So I'm thinking that your connection at this point has come to an end. But as far as his intentions when he met you, I feel like they were pretty good. I'm not getting like mischievous. I'm not getting shady, sketchy, like ill-mannered, malicious. I'm not getting anything negative. I feel like overall it was pretty good, or it was neutral. Yeah. You sent him a text that you should go your separate ways, and he didn't respond, and that was the last time you communicated. Yeah, I feel like I feel like intuitively this is probably a done situation. You're welcome. You're welcome, Zufan. I hope you have a good rest of your night. My boyfriend and I got into an argument earlier this week. We were going to give each other space, but ended up getting together last night, and things are a little better. He had to fly away for a funeral on his birthday. Oh, today is his birthday? Happy birthday, boyfriend. Posted a message for him on social media. What is he? What would that make him? Is that Aries yet? Aries season, or are we still in Pisces? I can't remember. You made a birthday message for him on social media, wondering how he felt about it and how he's feeling about us now. We are in Aries. Okay. All right, Stace, let's take a look here. I'm also sorry that he had to go to a funeral on his birthday. That's a bummer. You know, I don't want to get too personal, but I hope that it wasn't someone super close to him. And if it is, I'm sorry to hear that. All right. How was he feeling about this and them? How's he feeling about this and them? Oh, his uncle. Oh, I'm sorry. How's he feeling about this and them? So I could be completely way off base, Stacy, but there's like this message here of like just wanting to keep lying next to you, laying next to you, cuddling with you or something. There's something here about like lying down, maybe in like a bed or a couch or something. But like just like wanting to be in your company and wanting to believe that everything was going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. I think that he's kind of in like a bit of a fog, you know, right now. I think this is just a really weird time for him. But I am feeling that he's feeling a more positive shift forward. I think that he's saying we're not out of the woods yet, but I hope that things can get better from here. And I think he wanted to keep playing with you. You said we cuddled a lot. Okay. Because I'm getting the feeling of like him not wanting to leave and him just wanting to stay there with you in that moment. I think he's thinking a lot. You know, he's thinking, where are we? What's going to happen from here? I hope things can keep getting better. I think that he's also a little bit distracted right now, as expected. The Seven of Cups is just like where he's thinking about a lot of different things right now. Oh, he pulled you back into bed when you left. Yeah, I'm getting like he just really, you know, wanted you to be near him. He really wanted your company. I think that he's thinking positively. We have the Sun, we have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Empress. So I feel like he's thinking positively. He's thinking like you guys can grow from here, and I think that he wants to indulge in more luxuries with you and more fun with you, and he just really wants to indulge in the relationship more, do things that feel more grounding, like like you're feeling more connected to one another. I'm sorry, Stacy. I know I'm sure it's a tough time for you because I know you came in was it yesterday or the day before? Maybe you come in the last couple of days and things have just been feeling kind of off between you guys. But I think he misses you, and I think that he wished that he could have spent more time near you and being close to you. So hopefully you guys can just pick that right back off when you get back. Or right back up, I meant to say. Yeah. All right, guys, that is where I'm gonna leave it, Stacy. Good luck with everything. I will see everyone next time. I'm thinking I'll be back tomorrow, but I am gonna take some time off over the next couple of days. I'm just not sure when. You're welcome. You guys have a good night. Bye.